Welcome back everyone to turn 27 of Warlock Master of the Arcane. We've got several things on our agenda to do, so let's get started with the first of this list. Rename all previously captured cities. Wyverndale, huh? I don't think so. Since you're in a forest, you're now, Pine Tree Farms. This place is also a, Beastman town, which I forgot to mention. It just means that the units I'll eventually be able to recruit from here is slightly different to the ones I'd be able to recruit in, say, one of my human towns or one of my undead towns. Anyway, Tholaria, is it? Well, we'll see about that. You are next to a excavations place, I believe. So, in that case, you shall be... I'll come back to you. Darkwing, huh? Darkwing, more like Carol Wing. Ratcliffe, huh? More like... Why is the... I have no idea why the little text entry thing is a little bit buggy and screwed up, but whatever. We won't let that deter us. Northport. You're on the north end of the island, and yeah, Northport, North Pole. Yeah, you get it. I'll come back to you in a second. Anyway, the second thing on our list is the fact that since we gained peace with Sol de Torvga and have a non-aggression treaty with Anna the Benign, it means we're free to go and build up our forces. I will be declaring war on Mr. Sol in just a moment, as soon as A, Pine Tree Farms reinforces itself back to full health, B, when Cowlwing reinforces itself to full health, and I get more forces down here to just ensure that when I do declare war, it'll be quick and painless for him. I also need to expand over in this direction because it's a little bit barren on this side. I do need some reinforcements this way, but I'll sort it with that later. Anyway, end turn, let's see what they do. They're slowly regrouping. Is she going to retreat her forces? I sure hope so. I don't want to deal with them right now. Get off my island. Hurry up, you're not getting off fast enough. Anyway, new turn. Alright. My High Blade Master and my Chosen Warrior are going to be the first to charge into the fray once I redeclare war on him. Followed up by my Warriors, as well as my Rogues. But my Rogues are going to sneak around and kind of explore elsewhere, just in case he decides to sneakily expand somewhere. Also, lots of spiders down here.
I'm back.
Not something I exactly approve of, so I'm going to walk here. Activate Master Cleave. Apparently I actually do need to cast it on a unit. I can't exactly do the ultimate cheese with it, but whatever.
Grosh.
Kill evil spider monsters! And gain level up, and get some gold. That's fantastic. Rogues walk down here and try to get rid of those monster-eating spiders. They're going to deal a lot of damage to you, but you're almost going to kill them. So with one decisive strike, I should finish them off. Success. Alright, so he hasn't expanded down this area yet, so that's good. It's a little bit difficult to expand in snow because you get, as you can see, big penalties to your food income, which makes maintaining armies very difficult if you decide to build there.
Blade Master.
Blade Master level up, finishes, bonus on weakened units, forced march, movement points. I'm tempted to get finishes, but I think I need him to be a little bit faster than what he is, so I'm going to get forced march for him instead. He's already dealing a lot of damage. I don't need him to deal any more right this moment. This place might get sneak attacked by Anna the Benign, but since I've got a non-aggression treaty with her, it should prevent her from doing so. I'm going to move my rogues back and hopefully have them reinforce this area against the monsters which I'm coming across. Alright, there's skeletons in the spider nest. Shooting them is the most futile thing ever because skeletons actually have massive resistances to missile due to the fact that they're all like bones. It just represents the fact that the arrows deal very minimal damage.
You need something, handsome.
My skeleton archers here are going to move down to Pine Tree Farms. My chosen warrior is going to stand right where he is, and I'm going to have to do something about my resource pools. I could build lots of units at the moment and build up my forces, but I'm really running low on my pools. I don't like having my stock of gold and mana this low. So, although I am going to probably build some warriors and rogues just to take advantage of the fact that I've got the food income to support it, I'm going to think about just letting my gold build up a little bit. End turn. Plus, I've got to prepare for the war because as I'm building my units, they're building their units. Oh dear. It appears that they weren't archers at all. They were in fact warriors. Did not see that, but whatever. They can still hold their ground. Especially due to the fact I just recruited a brand new group of skeleton warriors here. Construct building. I do have a quest to build a craftsman district in Christmas Town, which will give me a decent amount of gold should I manage to complete it. And since this is my gold generating place anyway, I think building a craftsman's district is not such a bad idea. We'll build it here. Not that it particularly matters where you build buildings, but whatever. Rogues continue to move this way. Rogues here. Rest up till you'll get at full health. Hi Blade Master, since you've got the blessing of the Hillowin, you don't need to rest so much. You can just leisurely walk around and scout out. And oh, it looks like he's got a new town down here called Bludos. Well, that's interesting. I'm going to have to take care of this little annoyance here. Although I could just pour onto the capital. If I manage to take his capital, then what happens is he gets ejected from the game and classified as defeated. Which may be the objective. If I get rid of him, then I don't need to worry about capturing every single one of his towns.
Clear-eyed and ready.
Yeah, just hold there for a second until I'm finished making my preparations.
Settlers.
I could move my settlers up, but I don't want them to die. What else have we got? Yeah, just you. Defend, please. And I can build a caravel in the Candy Cane Workshop, which means that I've just completed my harbour. They're decent. They've got a strong ranged attack and they can bombard sea areas, but they're not terribly strong in direct combat. In addition, if I take one of my units, I can move them, embark them if you will, onto any sea tile I want. That represents them boarding a transport from the harbour and carrying on their way. End turn, since there's not much else to do. I see that Anna the Benign and Sol de Turvga are currently attacking each other. That's very handy for me. It means that while Anna the Benign is wasting her units trying to burn it down, I will steal his main base right from under her nose. Unfortunately, it doesn't look like she's laying any decent siege to Oganel, so I cannot rely on her being of much use. This is a Beastman place, and I've got to think about what I'm going to be building here. The surrounding terrain suggests that there's some possibility to make this a food-centric place due to the fact that there are pigs down there. So I think that's what I might do. I'll build a farm in the swamp, and that'll be it for that. Sign unit honors, rogues are going to march up this way and help take care of the neutral units I'm dealing with at the moment. Skeletons slowly marching up. I need to be careful because I can't cast healing spells on undead units, which means that the only way to restore their health is to make them rest. And they gained another level up, which makes them just that extra little bit valuable. Let's give them Perceptive. It should give them a little bit more experience points and have them level up even faster than they are now. Alright.
Attention.
Make everyone else defend since I've got nothing else to do with them. Assign unit orders. Continue walking this way and see if we can pick up anything interesting. Nope, it appears that there's nothing interesting. Oh wait, I think he's got a third town. So that's something I do need to worry about, but it looks like... Yeah, he can produce units in these towns because he's built recruitment buildings. Something which I have not done, and something which is a little bit silly. I should consider building more recruitment buildings around so I can get a little bit more. Let's build some more warriors. Ah, no, let's build some archers. We need some archers. They're pretty useful. What else? You continue to defend until I clear it out, and I can build green bats in Carrowing. Green bats are not a very good attacking unit, but what they make up for with their inability to attack, they've got vastly superior scouting ability. So I can send them out and explore areas with little risk to them being counterattacked. Since they're flying, melee units can't hurt them. So they're useful in that regard. They are extremely weak though, so
spell research is complete.
I do need to be careful of that. Pine Tree Farms is nearly back up to full health.
Blade Master.
I'm going to rest my Blade Master as soon as I move him back this way. Just march through his territory, he won't mind. Yeah, he didn't mind.
What?
Move my rogues up. Take a look at what I researched. Wind walking. Fantastic. And now I can research Shadow Bolts, Fireball. Don't I already own Fireball? I might own lesser Fireball. I think it's time to get a summoning spell. Let's get Summon Ghost Wolves. They're pretty cool. They've got this AoE debuff ability, which reduces the effective attack power of units surrounding them. Essentially, they have these weird ghostly howls which unsettle everyone and be
my lord.
very creepy. So that's kind of useful. Pumpkin Farm is almost back up to full health, which means that it's almost time to redeclare war on Mr. Sol de Terga. I can't even pronounce his name. So that means he's extra dead. Alright, let's slowly advance our units through here and start to march this way. I'm going to build right next to the donkeys so I can get access to a very powerful unit called the Stubborn Knights. The Stubborn Knights are an extremely effective unit which can't move very fast, but they've got lots of really strong defensive options, so they're perfect for defending towns. And actually they're not that bad at attacking either, due to the fact that they're tier 2 units and have got semi-decent offense as well. Let's see. All my recruitment towns are recruiting something at the moment, so that's kind of cool. Jolly Elf Village is nearly level 5, which means that the Elven Village is almost within my radius. Ends the turn and see what happens. Sol's moving up. Looks like he's mustering some forces. And my newly created green bats are going to start exploring over the oceans, uncovering some of the map and seeing exactly what I need to deal with here. They're very weak to missile attacks, or rather have no resistance to missile attacks. So if archers come, they're pretty much boned. I can build something here. This is another gold place, so building a market will not go astray. Alright. The harbour gives me plus 50% to all my gold income, so that's extremely useful. Move my archers down, have them shoot upon the skeletons there for a crushing 1 damage. Move my skeleton warriors across. March them down into the skeletons. And then finally move my rogues up to hopefully finish them off. Actually, no, they're really defensible. I wonder why they're so tough. Oh well, they will not last for long. Alright, skeleton archers. I'm okay on this front now, so I'm going to send them across this way. To the right instead. Yeah, just hold for just a couple more turns and then we can begin our ultimate offensive and destroy our first rival. I like to be prepared for those sorts of offensives, so it'll be decisive and painless for both me and him. Alright, defend, go around and manually force everyone to defend. Ah, the bats are just relaxing and I know the benign is being very handy by walking up and already distracting them. Oh no. They appear to have some small amount of reinforcements right there. But that shall not deter me. My skeleton warriors are immune to the dastardly poison attacks of the rogues. So, if I move my rogues here to crush the skeletons. Ooh! By looting the spider nest, we've found a nice artifact weapon. Staff of Bones. It's also given us 80 gold and 50 mana. Let's open up our artifacts, and although it looks like it's a mage weapon, the plus damage is useful to every hero. So I'm going to give Lurdon the Fairly Swift the Staff of Bones. I think I can do that. Melee weapon. No, I can't. Sorry, my mistake. So never mind. Construct building in Northport. You look to be another gold area, so I might build the... I need to think about recruiting level 2 units, which requires I build a level 2 recruitment building. They're very handy, because once I get access to tier 2 units, or rather the tier 2 training ability, I can use it to upgrade most basic units of all races. So that's really cool. A little bit of research won't go astray, so I'm going to excavate the area, even if it does cost an obscene amount of gold in income. More rogues. Let's walk up this way with them. And my food is almost in the negatives, so I'm going to hold up on recruitment. I'm going to cancel those green bats and take a look at other things. Skeleton warriors. Attack the rogues. Skeleton archers. Shoot the rogues. And one more turn and I'll redeclare war on Sol. Then I'll finish him off, and then that, as they say, will be that. Defend there until I get next to it, and the green bats continue flying over to see exactly what I need to deal with. It looks like they're becoming really aggressive in attacking Giblin Cliff, so it appears my next rival will in fact be Anna the Benign, who's proving herself to be not exactly as benign as her namesake would suggest. There's also a Leviathan there. I don't think the Leviathan can attack me because the Leviathan is melee, so my bats, as long as they just stay elevated, should pretty much remain out of harm's way. That's the idea. Warriors, advance. Rogues, advance again. Skeleton archers, advance. Everything, advance in the direction I'm pointing. And I believe that's that, so we'll end turn and see what happens. What's happening? I don't see anything. Oh wait, the turn hadn't ended yet. That's a little bit strange because when you click on end turn, if you've got more things to do, then it won't actually end the turn. Yep, a fierce battle is unfolding. Something I will be soon a part of. I don't know why he's got his boat there. His boat should be going up to defend against Anna the Benign. But whatever, I'm not his player, I don't need to... Okay, they retreated their rogues and instead attacked with a fresh supply. Which just made things slightly more difficult to deal with. Fortunately, not that much more difficult.
You have received a new request, my lord.
Okay, so now my food is in the negatives, which is not that great. That's pretty damn terrible. But on the bright side, Jolly Elf Village is now within range of the Elven place, so what I can do is build either a casino, which makes the elves into casino elves for some reason, or the Elven Bungalow, which gives me access to Elven archers and Elven sharpshooters. I think the choice is obvious. The Elven Bungalow will be constructed, and then I'll soon have Christmas elves in my army. That's perfect. New quest, build a city. That's fantastic. I'm just about to do that anyway. Demand.
We will speak and let Helia go.
Oh, well that's interesting. Sol Titovga is actually confident enough to declare war on me. How very, very, very silly. He's essentially demanding I give him a whole bunch of gold and demanding that I give him a spell. Well, I say buoy to that. Put up your dukes. That was the last mistake you will ever make. Because now I'm going to move my High Blade Master up into your area. He just saved me the trouble of declaring war on him. Going to use Master Cleave on the capital. Cause mass destruction and carnage everywhere. Move my skeleton archers up to start picking off his other units. Move my chosen warrior up across to here. Oh, I can move one more, so I'll move him there. And make him start taking care of the spearmen as well, because they're going to be a pain. Move my warriors up and have them attack Ogrenel. Yes, Ogrenel is a tier 2 town, so it is actually dealing quite a lot of damage to me. But it doesn't matter, I've got the forces to deal with this. If I move them there, then I should... Oh damn it, I thought I had enough movement to march them up and continue the assault. But since I don't, it looks like I'm just going to have to pour everything in there anyway. I see one of his Karavs is right next to Carrowing, so I'm going to fire on him with the castle. And fire on it with the Bat Fort as well, which acts as a secondary defensive structure. And it sunk it. So that's awesome.
There is something you can help me
And
with.
Anna wants an alliance with me, which I just cannot accept. Sorry. But there's no alliances in this game. This game, yes, it's very mean. Alright.
Rogues here.
Let's just do some small reorganization to make sure that all my units are at least relatively out of harm's way. Okay. The rogues still could cause quite a bit of trouble. It's just a... Oh wait, I can attack with my caravan. All is good. No, never everyone fear. Attack, Burrs and Settlers! Go show them what you're made of. Alright.
What?
Now hopefully my skeleton archers will be able to rest, restore some of their hit points, and be okay. My skeleton warriors need some resistance to the oncoming attacks. The green bats, although they're not terribly good at attacking, they can still help. So I'm going to move them down. And be sure to waste all their movement so I'll be unable to actually attack with them. Fantastic, great job. I am the best at this game. My food is in the deficit now, but I'm going to have to take a couple of turns of food penalty, because I can't afford to miss out on any forces at the moment. Skeleton archers, march as fast as you can this way and end turn.
You have met one of your rivals, my lord.
Okay, so it looks like he's actually putting up quite a reasonable amount of defense. Capturing a tier 2 town is very, very difficult, but not impossible. So, yeah. My High Blade Master is doing a fantastic job in just culling their forces. If I cull them enough, then the only defensive thing I need to actually deal with from them is their town. And that is surprisingly easy to deal with. I'm going to make my units just rest enough so they won't be caught off guard and then killed. Construct a building in Carrowing. Alright, if I build tax offices, which are required at the Bat Forts, then I can start building my way to vampires. Assign unit orders. March all my guys around. Try to kill the lot of them, so I'm not forced to deal with them as well. Bats, move up! Attack that annoying little caravan. Squeak, 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 and damage is dealt. Warriors march up to kill the spearmen. Chosen warrior march down to kill the spearmen in the town. Fortunately, my chosen warrior actually has a lot of hit points, so that's really handy. My High Blade Master is taking a little bit of damage. That is something to be moderately concerned about, but if I move him around and starts just killing everything else, then I don't need to worry that much. And apparently he can also move after attacking, which means that I should be able to move him right back out of the way and have another unit charge in his stead. Rogues move up, kill the goblin archers, hopefully, or at the very least force them to rout, and then level up for good measure. Resistance to missile from the town's melee attacks. Warriors temporarily retreat until you get your hit points back up to full. Going to assist with that by casting a healing spell on you in my territory, so I get refunded the cost, and move my rogues up to deal some damage to some of their forces. Awesome. Yes, he pretty much has no chance at the moment. Skeleton archers. Get some marksmen because you're not dealing very much damage, and get here faster. Rival encountered.
Who would disturb an old
El Piritzer the Eternal is you. Well, nice to meet you. Wouldn't want to be you. Alright. Elven Bungalow. Oh dear. That Elven Bungalow would be really handy right about now. But whatever, not much I can do about that at the moment. Pine Tree Farms can't construct anything. Christmas Town can construct some warriors just for good measure. Halloween Town can build some archers for good measure. Yeah, I'll have enough food. I'll sort something out. I'll just throw bodies at them and I'll... No, I'll just recruit units. I'll sort out some way to deal with the food I'm missing out. Besides, I'm building a farm there, so that should be handy. Oh no, he's casting Turn on Dead on my skeletons. That's terrible. And he's shooting the bats. No! Everything is getting attacked. The bats are proving to be surprisingly resilient. My High Blade Master gives no cares about anything. Are you going to attack me with that? Or what? Or just move it into a place where I can kill it? Are you trying to distract me? That's not sportsmanlike. I tried to do that with the enemy.
Congratulations! You have successfully researched
I'm just going to shoot it then.
spell, my lord.
Stupid gnome sellers. What do you think you're doing here? Move
Attention.
skeletons up and shoot them with the skeletons. Okay, so now that that's all sorted out and everyone is nice and happy, what I should be able to do is rest green bats, move my chosen warrior around to kill the goblin spearman here. And then move my rogues to finish, or I should rest them. High Blade Master needs to perform a very temporary tactical retreat just so I can heal him and make sure that he's not going to be in any danger of dying. My warriors are going to move up and kill the goblin spearmen in the forest. And my two remaining warriors are going to march up and start attacking Ogrendel. I'm going to throw them at them just to get some damage on the city. Putting the pressure on the town is infinitely important, because if I don't do that, then they're going to restore some of their fortifications, and it's not going to be that helpful. Over here, I'm going to make everything march up. Make my peasant settlers. Found a city here, right next to the donkeys. Skeleton archers move up as well, and I get a new unit, which is the goblin spearmen. No, I think I'll wait before recruiting any of those. End turn. Why can't I throw more units at the enemy? Phew. Good thing he used that extremely powerful siege attack on a unit which doesn't actually care about being sieged attacked. When units are weak on life, instead of just sacrificing them and letting them die, it's usually a good idea to have them retreat, just so I get a high level unit which can be used. Alright, green bats move up, get ready to attack the goblin archers. Everyone else, continue laying siege to Ogrendel. Or rather, kill the goblin archers, because they're really frustrating me.
I'm back.
Ah, you're back, are you? Are you back? That's great. And not a moment too soon, because this town needs to have some damage dealt to it. And you are the one to do it, my good man. Let's just try to whittle it down a little bit. If I move my skeleton archers in, hopefully they'll be the target of his spell-a-turn.
Yes, my lord.
And move my warriors back a bit, so perhaps they can heal next turn. High Blade Master, charge! High Blade Master, smack capital with sword! High Blade Master deal a grand total of 30 damage to those evil walls. And a lord has come. Skipper Morgans. What are you about, mister? A fighter lord. For every rat king, there are 30 to 50 rat princes. It's an unbearable burden to maintain. So many heirs for any court, so a tradition was invented that these princes would, so to speak, enjoy full freedom in matters of organizing their lives and finding something to eat. Usually they succeed quite well, for every rat prince only a little bit weaker than the rat king himself. Alright, so it looks like some sort of rat man wants to join the group. Not sure if I actually have any positions for any rat people, but he's a useful hero unit, so prove your worth by coming and helping us siege this place. Skeleton archers, going to need them over this way. And you restore, build. I get the reward for founding the city. My gold is now back up to an acceptable level. And just kill everything else. Free Rogues Guild. Oh, I didn't even realize that there was a passive building there. So I found Experienced Mind, which recover mana expended in your own territory. Experienced Mind. Slightly reduces the spell casting time of a great mage. I see. I don't exactly have any great mages at the moment, although I do have Jolly Elven Archers, which is my first 2/2 unit. Hooray! I'm going to need some of them. They're expensive. They're very expensive. But they have high hit points. They have a really high attack power, and they've got the Forester bonus, which enables them to be really useful in attack. Also, they get Elven Speed, which heals for 15 elemental magic and gives the Blessing of Elven Speed. Increases the movement points of the target unit, so they're a basic spellcaster as well. Elves are as quick with their arrows as they are with their seductive songs, and either one can easily pierce the heart. They are charming, magical creatures unless you cross them, which you might want to invest in some arrow-proof armor. Ho ho ho! Well, I'm looking forward to having them join my forces. I've never had them before, so this should be an interesting experience for everyone involved. Especially the enemy. Oh, this sieging of Ogrindel is going really well, and if all goes as planned, it should be mine. Oh dear, it seems like this person has also declared war on Soldi Torga. It looks like he's been provoking a lot of people into attacking him. That's not very smart. I don't think I would do that. And my rogues are forced to retreat. They're in a little bit of a pickle, but they do have high movement speed, so I might be able to retreat them right back out of their territory. Almost, but it's not far enough. I'm taking a huge hit on food. So I need to go to Pine Tree Farms and start building something which can increase my food income. Since they're a different race, I'm taking a 20% production ability on food in that place, which is not that helpful at all. Tholaria, just finished building excavations. I'll build a Rangers Guild, even though I've got Elven Archers now, it's just useful to have. A trader has come! Sword of Truth, plus 10% melee damage. I'll buy that off of you. And I will immediately give my Sword of Truth to Lyrion the Fairly Swift, since he has proven himself to be a valuable asset to my team. Mr. Rat Prince does need to prove himself a little bit more before he's entrusted with an artifact. Let's hope that he's not a complete disappointment.
What?
Okay. Chosen Warrior. Move up and attack the capital. Needs to keep the pressure on the capital high.
Attention!
Level up. And get City Fighter, which is a defensive bonus when he's in a city, and an offensive bonus when attacking targets in a city. So that's very helpful for him.
Warriors!
Warriors. What are you going to do? I could have you just attack the capital, but you're not going to do very much damage to it. Move up and attack the Goblin Spearmen. They're causing me some minor strife. Bats, you can't really do much damage to anything, can you? No, it's a little bit disappointing. So, get some experience if you can. And, yeah, that's pretty much what I expected. Move my High Blade Master in to attack the capital. More damage is dealt. Restore my warriors' hit points here. And assign a unit orders. More warriors, move them up. Skeleton archers, also move them up. Rogues, restore your hit points. Skeleton warriors, restore your hit points. Rogues, rest. And skeleton archers also rest. Since these guys are no longer doing anything, I'm going to move them back over to the right so they can help with my final offensive. I would like to kill these guys before they... Oh no! He managed to cast a spell on my rogues and killed them before they could safely retreat. How sad. My warriors are taking a little bit of damage, but they haven't retreated.
What?
You have received a new request, my lord.
Rogues, get City Fighter and start moving this way as fast as possible. Skeleton archers, Inveronlin. That name's just weird enough to mean anything, so that name can stay just the way it wants. Research a spell, Shadow Bolt. And I shall now research what's Greater Islands raising. Raises the landscape and all hexes in range. That's really cool. So say if I cast that on the water, then I could raise it up and make more fertile lands. I could bridge the gap between these two islands and form a direct assault across them. Although I can use... let's take a look. Although I can use boats to transport units across there, but that's a little bit hard to do. Because when they're in the boats, they take some minor defensive penalties. Alright, quest Cryptia, kill the infidels. Alright, now this is one of our very first experiences in dealing with a god. A god quest is kind of a double-bladed sword. What'll happen is that they'll demand that I do something. It'll make the god really pleased with me, but it'll royally piss off another god. In this case, the god is Cryptia. And Cryptia wants me to kill these paladins of life, which just randomly turned up right in the middle of my base. Who's Cryptia? So if I go to diplomatic relations, I can see that Cryptia is opposed to Agrella, and Agrella appears to be a healer, and Cryptia appears to be some sort of death prophet priest person. So apparently I got a quest from the death prophet priest, goddess, whatever, to kill some paladins which are causing some havoc. Since they're causing some havoc in my place, then I'm inclined to accept this offer and kill these annoying paladins of life. I'm going to deal absolutely no damage to them. They're extremely deadly, and I wish that they did not appear right now.
Yes, my lord.
Because now I have to deal with them. Wonderful. Let's just burn down Ogrindel as fast as we can. Come on. Critical hits, that's what I like to see. Rat Prince, move up, attack as well.
To battle!
To battle! Chosen Warrior, move up, attack! And on the very next turn, Ogrindel should be mine. Can my bats finally kill these goblin spearmen? Evidently not. Oh, they're so hilarious. Warriors, move up, deal your parts. Oh, did we get it? No, we did not. Blade wall. And everyone, do your best to fire on the Paladins of Life. How very infuriatingly frustrating. Why am I having to deal with this? Look at how little damage they're taking. They're like tier 3 units. How am I going to deal with them? We'll see.
Attention!
Warriors, move up and do your best against them. Oh goody. This is going to be wonderful, isn't it? I'm taking a massive deficit on food and on mana. I'm getting some gold though, so that's useful. End turn, see what happens. He's managing to kill all my units before they have the option of escaping. Yep, Ogrindel is mine. Oh no! Thoraya is in a bit of trouble.
Yes, my lord.
Okay. If I can manage to take over Ogrindel with my basic units, then I can move my elite units back up to try to get rid of this annoying
Clear-eyed and ready. For glory.
bastardly Paladins of Life which have just appeared.
Clear-eyed and ready.
Okay, High Blade Master, I need you to walk up there as fast as you can and deal with those Paladins of Life. Alright. Attack! Beautiful! Solid attack. Let's cast a healing spell on you to prevent you from dying. I said... Oh crap, I don't have enough, do I? Nope, oh well. Everyone else, do your little plinking damage to them. And... Chosen Warrior, take over Ogrindel.
Glory and honor.
Beautiful!
My lord, one member of the Great Council has fallen.
Take that, Sol de Torvgar! You are dead. Your domain is mine and you are defeated. That's for declaring war on me, you jerk. Now, I believe I'm going to call an end to the episode here. I've got some very interesting times ahead of me, it seems, especially with the recruitment of my very first Elven units, which managed to appear and shoot the Paladins of Life as well. And they did some a respectable amount of damage to them. Alright. Now I'm going to end the episode. As usual, thanks for watching everyone. Join me next time when I play this heating up game of Warlock Master of the Arcane, and goodbye for now.